Okay, and for the third, which is Google's Whisk, I think I should immediately put it out there that firstly, um, it's not this particular AI system or AI tool is not, you know, in Google's mainstream pipeline of products yet. But it's still like in the test phase just to allow people, try out, possibilities and all of that. But of course, it's available to all users. All you just have to do is to go to, labs.google, um, or just search for Google's Whisk, and and that's why you see that it says here experimental, right? But so let's just try it and look at use cases um, for this particular, and so for this particular um, demonstration, we're going to be doing a lot more. So please pay attention, give it all your attention. And let's start with the first use case. I've done science, maybe let's take from the ELAs, English language and arts, or maybe under there also literature. And I know that this is something that we do mainstream in our, senior secondary, even maybe from the junior secondary, what's the name. So imagine, for example, that you are teaching a text, you can use tools like this to help you create a visual representation of the scenes. Oh, really? It's raining. Interesting. Sorry for that. You can create a visual representation of the scenes. You can create a visual representation of the characters that are described in that book, right? Whatever book it is that they are reading, and all of that, and you're gonna see a lot of amazing results. So imagine you are reading a book, and this also is not isolated. It's not solely for secondary school, even on the primary school students. For example, teaching something that has to do with an old wise king in a mysterious forest, right? Students can sort of do this. I mean, they can write a description, but better still, there's a tool here that allows us to sort of add images. You can generate the image by simply entering a text, or you can simply upload an image. So let's try uploading an image. So I'm just going to get an image of an elderly man. So free images of an elderly man. Now, remember that I also mentioned yesterday that the way I'm choosing to search images on Google is not, standard, right? So please don't, do this for your students. You may want to look into concept of, online safety and, decide. But maybe if you don't have that time, you need images, please use Pixabay, and that saves them a lot of stress. So let me say images of an old elderly Nigerian man. Please follow through with this. I'm just going to go ahead and save this, save image, and so I'll call this one. And then remember we said an old elderly man in an enchanted forest. Um, or let's say maybe do forest, and then we'll do maybe enchantment or magic. Let's see what comes up. So let's free images of a forest in Nigeria. So let's see what that. I'm just gonna go with maybe this. Remember again, I said that this is just like a quick demo, so I'll give this two. So you don't have to follow exactly, but this is just to show you the possibilities, what's possible using this particular tool. And then lastly, images of, let's say, magic. Let's see what that comes up with. I think I want to tilt towards there's a lot of wonderful options here. Maybe let me just I mean, it's pretty much like a demo, so I'll just go with this. Um, and I'll save this with 3 3, and that way I can easily find them. All right, so let's come back to our Whisk tool, yeah, application, and then remember I could have done that description here also, but just to show you what's possible, I'm just going to upload that image. So I'm just going to go um, to select one. I'm going to add 2 and I'm going to add 3 3, right? All right, so I've added all three images. So now it's time to then enter the prompt. So I'm just going to say generate for me um, uh, I'm thinking now. Um, let's try. Sorry, um generate an image of a king of a king, old wise king, old wise king. Then this king should be in a sorry, I have that in a Nigerian setting. I'm sorry about that. And let's see what this simple prompt would do for us. Now, remember, I've just used an example for English language and arts, and yeah, so you can see this beautiful, extremely beautiful again. Um, generation image that has been generated, right? What this is supposed to do for you is supposed to help your student is to strengthen their ability to interpret the descriptions that are in those their text, right? Whatever description has been given to a particular character, how do they interpret those description and translate those description to what is visual, right? And you'll be amazed at how they come up with these different ideas. It makes literature really more engaging for the student. And again, the same thing applies for social studies, history, and all of that. So imagine if we turn the table around and maybe for history now, you get a picture of, one of those our artifacts, the Bini artifact, right? You can bring that Bini artifact, for example, maybe use another concept and sort of you are using the Bini artifact in this forest or something like that, but you are trying to help them recreate what the palace during that time would look like using the artifact um, 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 that you get online. Maybe a picture of the Bini Palace would also be good alongside that artifact, and then you can sort of give a prompt to sort of create to sort of pardon me generate. Remember again, create. Remember from yesterday's class to sort of generate newer so sort of generates like a new image on what the palace would have looked like based on the artifact and so on and so forth. So it's an exciting tool to use to sort of boost that critical thinking from your students, um, um, as the case may be. And I hope that you found these tools um, very engaging. I mean, you can go ahead to sort of, animate this. You can refine your prompt, you can refine the image, you can animate it and make it say something, um, and, do more exciting things with this particular tool. Thank you so much.